Hello, everybody. Welcome on this sunny Friday. Thank you for hopping on with me. And I have the wonderful Erika Swayze here joining me. We always have to wait for our guests to arrive before we can dive in. But today we are going to, as I invite Erika to the call, we're going to chat with the lovely Erika Swayze about her recent work in school spirits and Hollywood arts and just all of her very, very, very well-deserved recent success beyond her already great success that she's had over a pretty phenomenal career. So, Erika, I'm going to add you. It always just, there we go. It takes me a sec. Is on our side. Hi, guys. Thank you. Hey, how are you?
I'm so good. How are you? This is so funny to me. I don't know why. Just going live on Instagram seems so.
Did you like how my intro is so professional, but you guys see right when I see Erika, this is what we're like together. We're just like, this is why we get the good work. Hey, girl.
I
Yeah.
know. I know. Love you.
How are you doing? We have so many people like popping in, populating. But what's a
Hey.
funny way to start is I started this live, guys, a minute late because Erika has had so much success this past year that the title was too long, and Instagram
Oh,
wouldn't let me
shut
put in all of your bookings.
up.
I didn't know. So, anyways, sorry, I had to do a little adjustment because too many bookings, but never too
Oh,
many.
thanks, girl.
How are
Thanks to you
you?
too. I'm good. How are you?
I am good. It's like nice to have you back in the city. We're in
I
Toronto.
know. I know. I miss Toronto, and it's finally becoming like Toronto summer, and I'm loving it. It's
Yes. Well, I mean, it's a good segue. You've been living out in Vancouver?
Yeah, and Vancouver summer, that's like next level. That was insane. I would definitely spend my summers there every
They
year.
have they have rain, Erica. Stay home.
They have rain, but we have really bad snow that I missed all of. So I'm
Yes,
okay with that.
that is very true. That is very true. This is our new series called Inside the Work, so that's why you're here
Love
because
it.
yeah, because we had heated rivalry last time, and now we have to.
Fun.
Yeah, I
Love
know.
the
We're
show.
ready for season 2, but
Oh,
well, you have two parts. You have school spirits and Hollywood arts.
yeah.
From the recent, the recent calendar year, I will say many things
Mhm.
before that. I see some people popping in being like, I love Erika Swayze. I also love Erika Swayze. That's why she's here with me. But I do need to intro you properly. And I do need my notes for it because,
Okay.
you got a lot going on,
Okay,
girl.
cool. Fun.
Erika is currently best known for her role as Livia in season 3 of School Spirits.
Yeah.
And Erica recently wrapped filming on the upcoming Netflix sitcom Hollywood Arts, which like I get chills whenever I say that.
Oh,
Alongside Daniela Monet, who is it's a sequel spinoff to, as all of you know, the Nickelodeon series Victorious, which was obviously a smash hit. So yeah, we auditioned these by way of we coached them together, we taped
mhm.
them.
Yeah.
So that's why I get to chat with you today, which is such a privilege
Yay.
to be your coach and to hang out with you. So
Mm.
that's Erica, guys, and that's her beautiful face.
Ah, thank you, Sarah. That was so sweet. I've
Oh,
never had an intro.
it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one because it's your resume.
Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
um, so I want to start at the beginning though,
Mhm.
because I looked yesterday and yeah, we started working together 6 years ago.
I know.
It was
You've been
2020.
with me every step of the way. So
Well, I
special.
like to think that. Thank you. Not I most of the steps, but before
Yes.
that,
Yes.
how long have you been acting for?
Yeah.
Professionally, or you can start with how you started.
Yeah. I started, I feel like when I always get it mixed up if I was like 10 or 12. I'm not really sure, but I was a very socially anxious, shy kid. And I mean, I still can get that way, but I was like super in my shell as a kid. And then I don't know what happened, but I was in grade 4 and I was like, there's a school play. I don't know, maybe there was like a boy I liked doing the play. I was like, I have to do this play. But it was something that I never like had before where I was like, I really felt pulled to this. It was Annie, and I auditioned and I played the little one, Molly.
Oh, that's the best one in Annie. No offense to anybody else in Annie, but I love Molly. She's a breath of fresh air. Yes.
Yes, and like as my parents say when they saw that, they were like, who is that kid? Like, that is not our little shy Erica. And just after that, it really made me feel like this sense of confidence. And I really loved that. So then my mom started putting me in classes. I started at Armstrong when I was like 12, I think. And it just kind of went from there. I did like one of those kids agencies where they do print, and I was kind of like, okay, I just want to do the acting. So then when I was about 13, I really started auditioning and loving it, and I haven't stopped since.
Wow. Which
Yeah.
is so, I mean, like when you actually think back to being 13, you're
And
like, that's so much. I've been acting for a long time, like
yeah,
young.
yeah, for sure.
But
But
it's also great 'cause it's young in like the industry. Like, you kind of got into it, it seems pretty quick after. Well, I have to ask this. When your parents were like, who is this person on stage? Do you feel like you just like, if you were feeling more introverted in your life, you just kind of came to life when you were in front of people on stage?
I think so. Like I still don't really know how to explain it. I think a part of me as a kid was like, wow, this attention is really nice.
Accurate.
But yeah, other than that, I think like, I could like see my family in the crowd and see people cheer us on, and it just felt really good. It felt like a community that I like felt safe in right away. So
Mm.
I also shout out to my sister who used to go to Armstrong when she was a kid. So I saw her do that, and I saw her go to classes, and I would come carpool to classes with her. So I think she inspired a lot of me wanting to get into it too. I always looked up to my big sis, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's super cool. Yeah. And then you're the one that kind of like really stuck in like the world that you're in, right? With
Yes.
TV
Yeah.
and film acting. So, I mean, when you first hopped into a class at the studio, that would be your first on camera class, I imagine. What?
Yes. I think I started because I was still shy girl, scared. I started just doing one on ones. And then they're like, I think the group classes would be really good for you. And I was like, no. But it was really good for me. And then I stuck with those from there, and I went up in the levels and made lots of friends till this day. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Can you speak to your reaction? Only because a lot of people watching this can appreciate this reaction of like an actor working with a coach one on one, and then the coach being
Yeah.
like, "I think you could benefit from group training," and like why you felt that was because a lot of people have that reaction. I don't want to do it right away.
Well, because I'd done this one on one training and I'd gotten so comfortable with that. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, now what's the next step? Kind of like you got to be okay doing this in front of your peers and other people in the industry, because that's what's going to happen when you're working on a set. You have to be comfortable doing your performance in front of a lot of people. And it's really good too to build a community, because it's hard to make friends in this industry. I think it can be a little competitive, but classes are a great way to do it. So that coach was right.
Yeah, no, it's so true. I'm like, there's the benefit of like, you can appreciate this. Like, you get comfortable with the coach, so you get to like explore within that like really safe, comfortable space.
Yeah.
But then it's like, you go into, well, you go on set, or like, I don't know, we're going to talk about your casting process, so don't give too much away yet. But,
Okay.
right, if you're in like a callback and all of a sudden it's like, if you're only used to one person looking at your work and they know it so like intimately, then being
Yeah.
like, okay, now we're on a call with 7 people who are like deciding essentially if this role is
Yeah.
important to you, and being around your peers, like, and actively, yeah, training your critical eye, which is the most important, but just to your point, like getting up on the mark in front of your
Yeah.
peers, that's
Exactly.
intimidating, right?
Yeah.
So good for you, because I know that's a hard push, but obviously you
I
thrived
think
in
my
it.
mom was probably also like, you have to do the group classes. Get out there. And I was like, oh, okay.
But it's so true. Like, we're all little islands, especially in this self-tape reality. Like, unless you are,
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah.
yeah, it's isolating sometimes. So
Totally.
that's nice that you like built that community before we totally went kind of
Yeah.
more in the virtual world.
Yeah. For sure.
So the audition process, and this is like, I was very fortunate, obviously, to be privy to the whole process, but I'm excited for you to like pull back the curtain literally on it. Um, why don't we go chronologically? School spirits. Let's start there. Like, from first audition, you get the email from your agent to
Yeah. Yeah. So it was School Spirits was kind of standard. Yeah. I just got like a request to do a tape. Um, I was all for it. I felt good about it. And then I wanted to do it with you because I think at COVID, I got really in my head about like my self tapes, and it just like it's added stress kind of doing it all on your own. And I'm so comfortable with you. So I was like, you know what? This is something I think I could really excel in. And why don't I do it to the best of my abilities, be confident in the space I'm doing it in? So we did it together. It was a self tape. And then I didn't hear anything for a while. And then I got an offer. Like I didn't have a callback or anything, which has never happened to me ever. And I was like, what? This is so weird. I wasn't immediately like, yes. I was like, something's wrong. Something's
Are
wrong.
you sure? We're like, Erica, just accept the offer.
Yes. No, I literally, when I accepted the role, I got on a call with the creators and I was like, are you guys sure? Like, what's going on?
To double check, they're like, no, we're pretty confident in this.
No, because we're so used to like rejection is ingrained in us that it's like when it's that easy, it's
Hmm.
like this doesn't feel. I feel like I don't deserve this yet. Wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a treat. I was like, whew.
Well, and can I like pick your actor brain because I vividly remember that tape. Like I'm visualizing the studio we were in when we were doing it.
Yeah.
Do you remember like there was a conversation about how to approach that role and like finding,
Yes.
yeah, like justified choices? Can you just speak to kind of because you had obviously did a phenomenal tape. They booked you from the tape.
Thanks.
Of
Yeah.
course you did, and the proof is in the booking. But the reality is like we did have a lot of conversations that informed, I think, what you ended up doing, which I loved. Can you speak to that?
Yeah. Well, I think the type of character that I played, on the page always reads like just another mean girl.
Mm.
And it's like, okay, but there's got to be more to this person because the people you meet in real life who you think are mean, that's not all there is. There's usually stuff going on in their own life. And I've done my fair share of these mean girl characters that I'm like, I think at this point I was like, okay, I've done this a few times, like, but there's got to be more to her. So I wanted to show like a vulnerable side and kind of like an insecure side. I remember there was like a scene. I think one of my audition scenes was I was at this party with the character Nicole, and you can like see a little bit of her insecurity, and I really wanted to make that known. So like I wanted to switch it up. There are two scenes, one like have that like, okay, who is this girl? She is a mean girl. She's here to attack this girl, Maddie, and then switch it up in the next scene and really show the underside of who this person is.
Yeah, exactly. No. It's perfect, and I'm really glad you shared it with everybody because it's like when you do, which this happens, right? Like when you do book from a tape, it can just kind of be that thing of. I'm sure you feel this way as an actor. You almost like want to reverse engineer it and be like, you look at your tape and you're like, okay, what about this? Was the booking
Yeah.
because you do so many strong tapes, and it's like, okay, of course, but it's true, right? You're like, okay, what was this? And like so that's why I wanted to kind of like pull that back for everybody and be like, I remember you came in and your like initial comment to me was like, I want to make sure that this character is lovable, like they're justified
Yeah.
in why they are the way they are. And it was something that like throughout the tape you were very on top of, just for everybody watching, like Erica came in being like, I know this show, I've done my research, like it's not just I have an audition, I don't know, some people happen to have seen the show, the actor
Yeah.
maybe hasn't. Like you came in understanding like the tone in the world, which I think
Well,
is really
that's
important.
so important too. Because I mean, when I first started, I feel like I would come into sessions, I'd be like, oh, I don't know. What is it about? I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's so important, especially if it's like a third season of something. You have to know what you're getting into before you tape.
Yeah. And like even just coming in always with like informed like wardrobe and styling just like to help us in the frame.
Yeah,
Like you're just, it's a visual
that's my
medium.
fave.
But it is, and it's such a gift because I mean everybody watching can appreciate like a casting director looking at that, like just helps them, just like pull them into the world faster.
Yes, and what's funny is I had lunch with the School Spirits creators recently, Nate and Megan, and Megan was like, the reason we chose you right off the bat is because you were the only one that scared me because of like how
Oh.
I had made myself look and like my appear like it was the whole thing. And she was like, you're the only one that scared me and we really wanted that. So I was like, so putting that detail into what you wear and stuff, I think is also so important.
Oh, I love that. And
Yeah.
it actually is a great thing to say because when Erica started speaking about her role in School Spirits, she started laughing by way of like these mean girls on paper. And the laughter comes from the fact of like, Erica, you know this. Erica's not a mean girl, guys. She's a lovely, lovely, lovely human.
Hey.
But isn't it so interesting that like so often we have to and we get to bring to life characters opposite from us and like how that can be a different experience than someone really close to you?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because like it's like embodying it, but like in an authentic way. And then sometimes it's hard to play someone close to you, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I usually have like a harder time, honestly, playing
Yeah.
close to who I am for sure.
Well, and then that's like, kind of to segue a little bit as we're speaking about casting process, because it was the
Hmm.
longer one
Yeah.
with Hollywood Arts,
Yeah.
is again, totally different role.
Yeah, totally different, completely different process. Yeah, Hollywood Arts was like what I like always pictured a traditional TV casting to go. Like this is
Yes.
always what I pictured it to be like, and I'd never gotten this far in any show process. But yeah, it was like almost about a 5 month audition process. And it was very frustrating. Like 5 months, I was like, what's happening? Um, but yeah, it started off as same as School Spirits, got a tape, came in, we did it, felt really good about it. Didn't hear anything for a bit, and then they came back adjusting the character and wanting to change the character a bit. And I was kind of thrown for a loop, like, oh, okay. Like I kind of saw her as this like a little bit preppy, and then they wanted to go like a little bit more edgy, and I was like, okay, I feel like that's a pretty we can seamlessly do that, and we did. And then from there, it was a callback, and then a producer session, and then a mix and match. So like a chem read with multiple different people, um, and then I heard. So it was like the standard process you kind of picture. And that was a really good learning experience for myself too, because like I said, I've never gotten that far. Um, like with shows, it's usually the things I've done. It's like I do a tape and then a callback, and then it's that. And this felt like very intense. So it was getting like scarier and scarier each time. Um, but I learned a lot about like just kind of how when I get a tape, I do the audition. You kind of have to throw it out the window after and be like, whatever. It's just another opportunity. Because I'm sure like people can understand you kind of can beat yourself up after a tape that you thought went really well and then you don't hear anything. But I've learned over the years, it's just another opportunity to show your work, whatever stage it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's so much like what a beautiful mindset. 'Cause it's so much easier said than done, right? Like,
For sure. Don't get me wrong. I've had like recent auditions where I've been a mess after. I'm like, what do you mean?
yeah, no, I absolutely I can get on board with that. And
Yeah.
then um the reality is, and you said it perfectly because I remember as you went, what did you just list? 5 rounds? Was that five in the end?
Yeah, I think 5 months, 5 rounds. Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't spaced out perfectly like that, right? Like, yeah,
No,
it was.
no,
I wish it was.
definitely not.
But
Yeah.
I remember it would have been one of your last. I don't remember which one, but it was that thing where it's like, yeah, it's more nerve wracking going into it because it's like it's right in front of you, and you're like, I feel like I'm so close.
Yeah, for sure.
But then also like, but they already know you're talented and they already like you, so it's this weird thing where it's like actually you have less to like prove, but you
Yeah.
do feel so it's just kind of like trying to like look at it that way because yeah, by that fifth round, you're just like, I put so much into this, and I also don't want to put so much into this just in case.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, like what I said, like whatever stage it is, that
Yeah.
was really hard because I was so close. And I wanted to like find out who the other people were. And I was like,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah.
and because it's easy because Eric and I were kind of through this together to like we speak in a way that sometimes it's like, oh, we don't explain like what was a tape, what was a Zoom, right? Because
Yes. Yeah.
so because I remember when they changed with the notes for like kind of going grittier, edgier, or however you want to word that. But first tape, and then second one was a tape with the retaped notes,
Yeah.
and then Zooms beyond that.
Yes. Yeah.
And so your final one was a chem read, correct?
Yes.
And that was on Zoom.
Yep.
How was that?
That was the longest chemistry read I've ever done. I read with so the chemistry read we were doing was for the three girls in the show, Jen, Emmy, and Pepper. And so we did like a bunch of mixing and matching of those. So I read with like three Emmys and three Peppers, but like all mixed together. But then they would like put you in a waiting room on Zoom. And sometimes it was longer, and that's when you knew someone was going for your role. So like I'd be in that waiting room on Zoom for 20 minutes. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, should I go pee? There was one point, no, seriously, there was one point where I'd been waiting for a long time. I was like, okay, you know what? I should just go now because I'm like nervous. So I like brought my computer with me, like holding it up. And I was about to go, and then they put me on. And I was like, okay, shit.
That
I
is
ran
so
back.
funny. That is an amazing. I did not know this story. That makes it even better.
I know. Well, it's so, anyways, but it was like, I think I was on that Zoom for almost 2 hours. It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Like I'm sure people are like I have like a full body reaction when you talk about it because I'm like my nerves could go up. Like I get so like rigid and I'm like, oh my gosh. Because obviously like you can prep certain things, but especially by the time you got to the chem read, like you're
Yeah.
open to finding chemistry with those people. It's like you like in terms of my part as a coach, like we've done our stuff. So it's now like
Yes.
Erica's gonna go and be open with these things. And I'm curious because I'm always curious with Zoom chem reads. You hear different interviews about it, right? People being
Right.
like, that was hard. How is it for you doing it virtually to find chemistry?
Um, it's always a little bit awkward, but it's not even the scenes I find awkward. It's the like in between where it's like, I don't know if you're lagging or I'm
Oh,
lagging, but like, should we have like a little chat or like try to, it's that always I feel the most awkward, but the scenes I felt fairly good, but you can kind of tell when it's off. Like there were a few rounds where I was like they could do this, but it just doesn't really make sense. But when I did it with the girls that got it, Alyssa and Emmy Lou, it's so weird. We talk about it now. Like we just knew. It felt so perfect. And even though we were on Zoom, like you could still feel it. Like we were just like going off of each other and it just felt so right. And we all afterwards I was like, okay, if they don't do that, what are they doing? Um,
luckily they knew what they were doing and they felt it too.
yes, yes, yes. But so sometimes I think Zoom, it's definitely harder. Like in person, you can really see the person, really get their vibe, like between the scenes. That's always helpful. But on Zoom, it's kind of you only really can do the scenes that you can feel the chemistry. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't really done many chemistry reads, honestly. This was like probably the first or second. So, but I felt it was actually okay. Like I felt pretty okay. I was
Yeah,
surprised.
well, it's so funny, like, because what you're saying, well, I mean, everything is a relationship, right? Like, it's like in friendship, in relationship, and whatever you're doing in
Yeah.
your life, it's like when there's chemistry, like literally,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's just like, oh, it felt right. It just clicked. Like that feeling is so important. Like, I'm sure oh my gosh, leaving that Camry, because that would have been your last round. Whether you knew that or not, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I didn't know. I had no idea.
Right. So you like sign off and you're like, okay, now I'm still throwing it to the universe, but now we're like 5 rounds in. So, and that
Yeah.
felt really good. But it's like trusting that like first instinct. Like, you know how after sometimes an audition or a callback, you're like, that felt great. And then, 5 hours pass and you're like, was it great? And then you start
Yeah,
to like spiral, and so it's like that
exactly.
first instinct, you're feeling your gut is right, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
just
that's
don't go pee if you're waiting.
just do it right when they take you off, and don't wait till you're like, okay, now's the time. I can't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
so good.
that's so funny. Yeah, and I want to. Well, I need to jump ahead too because I remember, and you obviously remember when you found out that you booked it. Do you
Yes.
remember what day that was?
Yes, of course. It was around this time of year, actually. It was like a year ago, probably within this week.
Wow.
Because I was graduating university the next day. So I remember I was like, oh, they booked it before. I was out for dinner the night before, and my agent called me being like, they want to do another call with you tomorrow. Be camera ready. I was like, what? Of course, if it's a like audition, like, yeah, I'm gonna be camera ready. What do you mean? And they're like, they're not sending sides or anything. They just want to chat. And I kind of had a feeling. I was like,
Yeah.
this feels. It's not like they're gonna call me and reject me. Do that by email, But um, yeah. So I remember I got on the call, and it was mainly Daniela, our lead, talking to me, and she kind of pranked me first, and
Oh,
was
really?
like, yeah, they did it with everyone. They were like, with me, it was the most intense. She was like, listen, the studios are shutting down. Like, we know how hard this has been. We're devastated for everyone part of this process. And then she like was kidding and said I got it. But for a second, I believed her. I was like, really? Um, yeah, I was just overjoyed because I've never been a lead character in anything, and maybe like some short films, but this felt like really big, and it
Yeah.
was a show that I grew up on. So I was overwhelmed with all emotions, but it was a really special day. And then I walked that stage at graduation the next day feeling so good.
Oh yeah. Did you
Yeah.
like when the prank was done? Which I mean, testament to a good actor, right? It's like she convinced you of that for a hot minute.
Yes, she did. She did.
What was your reaction when like did you? I don't know. Were you emotional? Were you like euphoric? What was it? It's just
I
overwhelming.
think yeah, it's like that feeling like your heart kind of like drops, and I think I just like screamed.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so huge. Like we're looking at like, one of the most successful like sitcoms. No wonder you grew up on it, Victorious. And
Yeah.
then you're talking about not doing too many chem reads, and I'm sure most actors can relate to that because I feel like so much these days, like a chem read is like if we're series regs and like an ensemble cast or like, you
Yeah.
know, a romantic comedy or something. But I think a lot of actors aren't privy to it. So like good on you
Yeah.
for saying like
Thanks.
what a process. And yeah, I'll
Yeah.
never forget you texted me and I said this is a great graduation gift because that's insane. Like that
Yeah.
timing was insane.
No, the timing was perfect. I felt very lucky. It was so weird. It was like everything lined up. And honestly, like before that, I was like, after I graduate, I think I'm just gonna take like a little break and like just do me, kind of find other passions maybe, just so that I've like always heard like you gotta have a plan B, you gotta have a plan B. I was like, okay, maybe I'll find my plan B now. And then it happened.
Yeah.
So I guess never give up.
Never give up. But also, I mean, I can roll my eyes as you can roll your eyes as a lot of people can. The word plan B for actors is just like career paths. Do you say that too? That being said, I think like it's really, I don't know, there's another lesson there. Yes, never give up. But like of also letting acting and auditioning be part of your world, not letting it just be your world. Like as actors, when we're not filming, like when you're on set, that's your whole thing. But like
Yeah,
finding other passions in other like art forms, for example, like rounded you out. Like it allowed you not to make
yeah,
auditions so precious and stuff like that, you know?
for sure. I think that is such a great thing. I mean, I didn't really do that because I went to school for acting, and I was like, I really made it my whole world. And then I started to panic before these jobs because I was like, wow, I really made this my whole world. If this doesn't happen, what am I going to do? But I just trusted the process, and It's working out so far, so hopefully it can continue.
Well, and genuinely worked so hard. And I say that because obviously we all know like the importance of like staying active and training
Yeah.
between working, but like even in moments where maybe I'm not saying you felt this way, but I'm saying for actors, like if you felt discouraged or something, like Erica always put like everything into every single tape she did. It wasn't like, we're competing against actors all the time who we don't know how much work they're doing in their own sphere, right?
Yeah.
But you just kept doing the work also no matter what. And obviously you were filming other stuff before, but like, in we all have breaks. We're not just
Yeah.
school spirits to Hollywood arts all the time, but I mean, you were. Well, speaking of though, so I want to come back to comedy in a second, but knowing they're very different shows,
Yeah.
when you were filming School Spirits, was there a moment on set based on Erica spoke about her character and kind of finding that balance for like the mean girl
Yeah.
that really like pushed you or challenged you creatively for that role, or just being on that set?
Yeah. For sure. I also just like it was such a positive experience overall. Um, and there was one scene stands out because it was a scene I was doing with my mom, played by Jennifer Tilly, Queen.
Yes.
So incredible. That was the best thing ever. Anyways, there's a scene where we're at the hospital. Her and I are at the hospital, and she's trying to get some information from this guy. I won't give too much away, but and I'm kind of at this point, like always trying to, you know, um, what's the word? I'm always trying to like please my mom. I'm always trying to impress her. Like, I really want her to think the best of me. And I go to I follow her everywhere, right? So I'm at the hospital with her while she's like hammering in on this guy, and the whole scene, I'm just supposed to be watching this happen. And so I was like, okay, that's kind of hard. Like, I wanted to like really show the wave of all the emotions she was feeling watching this happen. Um, and it was kind of a realization point for the character, which was huge. Kind of realizing like your mother isn't this like person that you should be looking up to, and like it kind of woke up the character, which I didn't really fully realize until the day, and saw Jennifer's incredible performance and how she was like really going in on this guy. It helped me a lot get to an emotional space where it was a real turning point for my character. So that was definitely a treat and a surprise for me.
That's so cool. Yeah, because obviously, like, you said it yourself, like a discovery is so important, but I love a
Yeah.
turning point. It's like that gift of like you surprised yourself as the actor in the work itself because you were so present with like,
Yeah.
whoa, and open to what she was doing.
Yeah. She was like, yeah, I was like genuinely reacting at some points because she was really scary at this one point, and I was like, oh my God. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a big shift for my character. So that was exciting. And I really loved that day.
No, that's really. I'm so excited to see this scene. Uh, but yeah, like the reality is, I don't know, coming in with like strong like work by way of point of view of your character and stuff,
Yeah.
but then allowing yourself to still, it's just being present because like we say, I was saying this to an actor the other day, and they were scared to say the word showing. So thank you for just saying it. Because they're like, I want to show this. I know I shouldn't show, and I was like, no, no, no. But I know what you're trying to say, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
For everyone here, it's kind of like we're talking about like we want the audience to see it, but we don't want to like push it, aka make it fake and forced,
For
right?
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
And so obviously, when you're saying like I wanted to show all these things, it's beautiful that like in the moment you were just present, and therefore all those things were shown.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite a treat. I was a little nervous for this like arc of the character, and it came kind of naturally, which was great. Yeah.
Did you learn any like one giant tip from watching Jennifer working with? That's a hard question. I
um
just threw that one in. Sorry.
no, she was such like so much fun to work with, and I learned a lot that like sometimes you can get caught up in your head on set. There are long days, you can catch yourself kind of complaining. And she was just like always like she was genuinely happy to be there and happy to like do this and try new things. And I just really look up to her for that because, yeah, reminded me like how lucky we are to be here and doing this and to just like have fun. Like it's so awesome that our jobs, like we just get to play and find out new things about a character or even ourselves. So
Mm.
yeah, every day on set with her was just like, oh, we're just hanging out. We're just having fun.
That's a really good one. Yeah, because especially when you're pulling long days and stuff, it's easy to kind of get pulled into the like, it's a grueling thing sometimes.
Yeah.
And especially like if you're filming on location or you're away from home for a long period of time, and like to see someone
Yeah.
who's been doing it for so long and is still like, I'm gonna show up with 110% every day. It is a nice like reminder for you in the moment to be like, right, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
that's really good
That's
one. I,
yeah.
I love that. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, because I'm trying to figure out if I want to go back to Hollywood Arts for a sec, because I kind of do.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about the onset experience and like working in
Yeah.
a sitcom world is so different. I mean, Erica can speak to it. Like, how was that set basically? Like in terms of even how they filmed it.
Yes, it was completely like nothing I've ever done as an actor before. A lot of people say it's closer to theater than film, and I would totally agree. And I had just come from a theater program, so that was kind of a blessing in disguise. Um, but yeah, coming from School Spirits, which is like a standard, I would say, single cam type of show, and going immediately to a completely different world, which is a multicam sitcom, was such a shift. I think the biggest thing I noticed was like how fast paced everything.
Well, I'm not sure if Erica froze or if I froze. But my Instagram is just loading, just in case Miss Swayze is stuck. We'll just give it a sec here, everybody. Ideally, it's that I'm stuck and you guys can't tell, but maybe it is Erica. Okay, I'll just give this a sec here because I was really into what she was saying, because I think single cam versus multicam is such a insanely vastly different world, to which she just said she jumped between the two pretty immediately. Um, but yes, okay, we will just give this a sec here. See how she's doing. Um, all right. I'm gonna check my Wi-Fi, guys. Thank you for staying with us. Erica's frozen. Yeah. Okay, thank you. All right, I'm gonna re-invite her to this call. I'm just gonna let her know. Thank you for confirming that. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna re-invite Erica because yeah, as I was saying, um, here she is. Okay. We're just gonna give her a sec. Her Instagram's just giving her some trouble. All right, I'm just gonna let her know that we are inviting her back just to finish, because I want to quickly say, guys, that yeah, she's gonna talk about single cam versus multi-cam, which is insanely different, and I'm excited to hear her journey flipping that switch that fast. Um, thank you for your patience. Unfortunately, I cannot control technical difficulties, nor can Erica, and this is the world we live in, and that's okay. This is what we do. We improvise. Welcome to Acting 101. Wonderful. Okay, I'm just going to see if I can re-invite her one more time, guys, and just bear with us for a moment. Here we go.
Ugh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to not be on my phone so much. So I have this app that like times me out of Instagram. And I forgot to
I
turn it off. I'm so sorry.
I like that everyone's like, all good. It is totally all good. You know what's better
Oh,
about that is it's not your Wi-Fi, which we can't really fix the internet all the
yes.
time. But I also have that app, and it's a very useful app. Good for you.
Right? Ugh, whatever. Not today. Sorry
Not
about this, Karen.
today. That's also like a nice short time. Like, good job, good job. Way to be present away from your phone. Like to be on Instagram. So I was quickly saying, because where you cut out, just in case you lost it,
Yeah,
was she was laughing.
I
Was
know.
you said it so beautifully, Eric, and I was saying to everybody, like, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about how fast you went from
Yes.
single cam to multicam. Because what I forgot to say is like how fast you actually did those two projects back to back to do that transition.
Yes. There wasn't even a day. off. We actually overlapped days because Hollywood Arts started, we did 2 weeks of rehearsal. So that overlapped with the end of School Spirits. So yeah, it was a complete shift and I had to be ready to go. And I did feel good because I had already come off working. So I felt like ready to get back into something. But what was so different is, yeah, as I was saying, like the pacing on single cam sets. I'm sure a lot of actors can agree that it's very much hurry up and wait, and you have a lot of waiting around. And I got used to that. I'd have my little breaks and I'd have my little snacks, and I got used to that. But then Hollywood Arts was completely different. It was like, because multicam, there's 5 cameras going at all times, so we don't have to take breaks to set up another shot or something. But so yeah, it was just go, go, go from scene to scene. Some scenes would take only 3 takes and we'd be done in half hour. Sometimes I forgot to pee because I was going back to peeing. Wow, this
No,
live
when
stream's
they were training
awesome.
you, I was going to say in the Camry process. That was actually why they did it. They were like, just we take no breaks, 5 cameras, all times.
Yes, yes, so true. But yeah, so that was a huge change of pace, literally. Um, but then after a while, I kind of got used to it, and I was like, I don't want to do anything other than this. This is such a treat. Like, we're just getting through so much in one day. And meanwhile, we filmed 2 episodes a week, which when I heard that, I was like, what? That
Crazy.
makes no sense. But we did it. Um, and it's just a testament to the team and how great they work together. And yeah, 5 cameras going at one time can really get you a lot in one day.
Yeah. Well, okay. With that, just speaking quickly to the team you talked about, like, how was it working with Daniela, who's obviously, you know,
Oh, Daniela's the best. Like, she was such a treat to work with because she had gone through this exact thing, right? So she was such a great role model for us and kind of like all of our big sister.
mm,
Um, and she was really protective of us and really looked out for us, but not just us, like the whole crew. And she made that set the way it was, um, because she's so kind and open hearted and like really a genuine person that wants the best for the show and the best for everyone involved. And you can feel that. Um, like every day, the hair and makeup was like, you guys are so lucky. Daniela is your number one. Like she really sets the tone every day and made it so special for us. Um, but yeah, I was nervous, of course, to meet her because I grew up with her on my TV. She's like just the nicest person I've ever met and was so great to all of us. Yeah.
well, it's so cool too. Like you just said this, right? She went through the exact thing. I don't know how, like, in terms of how much time would have passed, that would have been probably around like a similar life stage even.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure you just learned so much just because she literally understands what it's like to be you,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
exactly. And learned so much from her, of course. She's a multicam queen and she taught us a lot and would like give us pointers between takes, being like, you kind of have to learn to angle yourself kind of out to the audience, just like in theater. But we're so used to like being dead on with single cam that you can't really do that. Like sometimes I would be like talking to them like this, just so like the camera angles could get the right take. So she taught us a lot, a lot, a lot.
Yeah, in a way, you're like aware of your angles,
Yes.
right? Like, whereas in single cam, you can just kind of like get lost in the present moment.
Yeah.
Well, and that was perfect because I was gonna say when you said it's just like theater, because I've heard the same thing. Because yeah, it's like your 5 cameras very different in terms of
Yeah.
like physicality. Um, how would you to like somebody watching, for example, who's not as maybe well versed in like single cam versus multicam? Like, how would you say it's more theatrical in like how you approached the role when you were shooting Hollywood Arts versus School Spirits?
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, on theater, you're taught to be larger than life, and on film, it's kind of like shrink it down. Um, but in multicam, you can bring that back because they're not doing close ups. You want to see like physicality in your body and you want to be larger than life and really have distinct characters. Um, so that was really fun. Like every day, I'm thinking back and I'm like, I'm not even really nervous for how my performance is going to come out because we just had to be, the more stupid we were, the better. And that's so fun. And that's, I feel like that's a lot of theater too. It's like just making crazy choices and going with it. And we could do that. And our creators were so open to us throwing stuff in and having ideas of our own. So it was so fun and a very collaborative experience. And yeah, you could just be larger than life, which is I'm not used to on film and coming from like a dramatic show too.
Yeah, yeah, it's like a lesson of like pure commitment to something, right? Like, and just
Yeah.
not being afraid to look silly, or it's where so many actors fall short with comedy, right? They're like, I don't want to look
Yeah.
stupid. And it's like, well, we want you to a little bit, so.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, that's
exactly.
cool. Yeah, no, and that's actually funny because you're carrying that in even from School Spirits, like that hospital scene, like watching someone like ring into somebody full on in like a rage or
Yeah,
whatever. It's like just committing to the bit because sometimes it can feel a little crazy to do so when you're there with a bunch
for
of crew
sure.
members and like a boom above your head, and you're like, okay, we're here.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
um, Looking back, you've accomplished so much in such like you're young, so like this is phenomenal.
Thanks. Oh,
But you also have this added benefit then of like you kind of I feel like I can say like grew up in this industry.
thanks. Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say? I love that you started being like, I was a shy kind of like, I struggled sometimes as a kid. And then when I was on stage, it like opened me up. And then here I found this thing and this is my
Yeah.
career, this is my life now. It's like, what would you tell somebody, a younger actor, that doesn't have to be like a child actor, it could literally just be like a 20-year-old who's starting. Like,
Yeah.
what would you recommend?
Oh, I think my biggest thing is kind of like what I said earlier is, trying, it's so hard to get in your head in this industry because it is so competitive. And um, yeah, like really just trusting your instincts, trusting the script and that you know what you're doing. And then once you have done the tape, forget about it. Like it
Mm,
doesn't matter. It's another job opportunity. It's just like any job interview, like in other jobs. You go in, you can't stress about it for weeks and weeks and overthinking it. Like you have to throw it out the window
yeah.
so that you can keep doing it and keep putting yourself out there.
Yeah, and I love that. It's like that thing of looking at every audition as like an opportunity just to like get to play something else.
Yeah, it's
Then
just like also it's like an acting class every time.
yeah.
Like you're learning something new, you're learning another character that you can put in your toolbox. And yeah, I've had to learn that the hard way because I would beat myself up. But now it's just like, okay, that's cool. Now this person knows my name. Who knows?
As a
Maybe I'll do
fan.
something in the future and they'll think of me. Yeah.
Love that. Yeah, yeah. And I mean, like, the one thing I want to add on just as like your coach watching from the outside, like, how many times were we dying laughing doing a Zoom tape in your where you were staying in Vancouver while you were filming, and
Yes.
Erica's like committing to screaming over the top and like just doing all of it, and then we say cut and we die laughing because it feels so outrageous to be alone in your room doing
Yeah,
that
pretty much.
whatever hour, because there's a time difference and you're filming all day every day for
Yeah.
very long periods of time. But just like being able to like really commit and then find that fun between, like, I don't think I don't think I laugh with anybody as much as we do in our secret.
Oh,
And
same,
so
Sarah.
no, truly, so bringing that, I love that, so thank you. So
Mhm. Thank
um
you. Yeah.
gosh, of course it is so easy, like talking about Erica's success is like it's an emotional thing for me because I just seen you put in the work and get it out. And I'm just like, this is, even though you've had a long career at this point, I feel like it's just the beginning still, which is so crazy because, like,
Yeah.
look at what this is. It's like,
Thank you. I
yeah,
know
it's the
it's
peak of the mountain.
exciting.
It's
It's
exciting. And so I
yeah.
have to say, Hollywood Arts is coming soon to Netflix, right? Ish. We
Keep your
think,
ears, keep your ears and eyes out. But
okay,
yeah,
we're not saying anything. Shh.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, watch School Spirits, especially now that you
Yes.
guys speak to it and you can hear like even how she approached the character in like the taping process for it and stuff.
Yeah.
And Erika, thank you. I mean, I could talk to you all day, but you're
I
the
could talk
live.
to you all day. Thank you, Sarah. This was like I used to watch these live streams in COVID all the time, and I would always like be like, "Oh my god, I hope I can do that one day." And now I'm doing it, and I love it. Love you, love
Love you.
Armstrong, and thank you guys for letting me do this. So
We
fun.
are we are huge fans, as you know. Obviously.
Got-
So I will say, like, you earned being here. So you can look
Thank
back at
you.
young Erica and go, one day I'm gonna get there. And you're like, well, you did. Good job.
Yes. Thanks, Sarah. I hope I
Thank
see you
you.
soon.
I hope to see you soon in studio or wherever you are, okay?
Okay.
All
Love
right.
you.
Mwah.
Bye,
Bye, love.
people.
Bye,
Thank you.
everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.